Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of AWS Cloud Adventures. I'm Gigi and I'm an account manager at Amazon Web Services. In this episode we are going to talk about GenAI with Juris Puce, co-founder at PEAKDEFENCE. Juris, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Could you introduce us to PEAKDEFENCE?
Yes, I think it's fairly easy. So what we do is we have been doing information security for a long time. And we started off as a consulting company, basically, working for different customers, making their information security better in different ways. And then we have moved now into software as a service, provisioning for information security and using AI for that.
That's interesting, Juris. Why you guys decided to transition from traditional consulting to software as a service? What kind of challenges have you encountered?
Yeah, so information security is mainly about the triad of people, process, and technology. And as we have been doing this for quite a long time, we have observed a lot of issues with this. For example, information security and cybersecurity is very much knowledge intensive. That means it takes a lot of resource to train up new people. A lot of security officers actually end up sinking in data. That means that they have a lot of information coming in every day, and they need to process it very effectively, very quickly. This leads to delays to respond. That means that a lot of vulnerabilities which have been abused by hackers are actually known to organizations for a long time and just not being able to fix them. And also we have seen many other issues coming from that, like for example, CISO burnout. Well, people just burn out because they have all this load on them all the time, a lot of resources, a lot of actual requests coming in for them.
In 2023, companies of any sizes, from enterprises to startup and also small, medium businesses, they have been trying to understand how to leverage GenAI. It's a very interesting technology. 2024, it's a crucial year for this technology because companies need to realize the value from GenAI. What kind of value PEAKDEFENCE has realized leveraging this technology?
Yeah, so based on what we observed as issues in the industry itself, right? So we had two approaches to AI. One was, of course, everybody was stressed about what impact the AI would have on cybersecurity, information security. But we also saw something different in that. We saw an opportunity to use it for good and to solve the problems which we discussed before. So the knowledge intensity, other issues. So we started experimenting with how to use AI for good in cybersecurity, and mainly focusing on how to replicate the knowledge, so how to accumulate it, how to make it work for us. We looked at how to improve the response times, how to reduce this sinking in data, so that means that we have too much data we can't really process in a good way. So basically how to triage different events coming in information security and cybersecurity. And that was the actual experiment which we did in 2023. And we saw very good results with it, which were kind of surprising to us as well.
And would you be able to quantify this value the PEAKDEFENCE realized?
Yeah, so what we did was with our first actual MVP, we realized that what we end up doing is we're reducing, for example, audit times, reviewing documents and improving the quality of audit. Mainly, I would say the actual benefits were between cutting it down from 4 days to 2 hours. So that was very impressive for us internally. The triage times on incidents, the triage times on risk identification, searching for existing risks were cut down from hours to actual seconds. So we had a lot of benefits coming, which we could see immediately from using the models in a proper way.
And the interesting part is that you guys had some knowledge in AI, however, you decided to get support from one of our AWS partners. Could you share your experience?
Yeah, so we built the first MVP ourselves, and that was a very rough kind of product in a way, but that served for us as a proof that actually it works. Kudos to Roman for that. But then we understood that if we want to scale it, of course, then we need to move it into the system where we have full control over it, and also where we can expand it into actual product. That's where we partnered up with Neural Labs, which was our AWS partner in this case, to build the product and expand it more. And that was meant that we could get from this MVP to a working product within 2 months. I think that was the time frame which we had.
It's great that you guys decided to work with an AWS partner. I would like also to understand how was your experience working with AWS?
Yeah, in the field we work in, which is information security and cybersecurity, The actual ability to control the data is very important to the customers. That means they don't want to entrust the data to some third party they don't trust, and also they want to keep control of the data. As a result, what we used was Amazon Bedrock as a model, which helped us a lot to provide this, to enable them to have full control of the data itself. Second thing was that it allowed us to do integrations and also different kind of deployments much faster, which was also very beneficial, especially in terms of technology and other things. And the third thing, of course, which was important for us was all the access to the marketplace and different kind of partners and other models which we could use, which was also very good for us.
That is amazing. Juris, we have been working together for over 1 year now. I would like to understand a little bit more what's ahead for PEAKDEFENCE. Can you share something about the roadmap?
Yeah, I think we are holding, as same as all the other companies in AI, we are really trying to hold on to the fast-riding train of AI at the moment. And as a result, what happens is that we have a roadmap which is much bigger than our actual capacity. But the main focus which we have in information security and cybersecurity is on the people and process part. That means it's something which is not really well covered. We have a lot of solutions for technology, but very little ones for people and process. So our security office implementations are mostly focused on people and processes. We have actual customer requirements to do much more with the solution. Some of the examples are, so we started off with audit. For example, right now, people want to do much more with awareness and training. So building a context-driven training, which knows about the organization, about its context, about the policies and procedures, and can build a very personalized training plan based on what the organization has implemented of a change. We have implementations now which focus on responding to RFPs or requests for proposals. We have implementations which help identifying risks and managing the risks, for example. So there's a lot of use cases which pop up on a daily basis whenever you start running the system for the customer, when they start using it, and a lot of new ideas pop up, and we really have to hold on to the fast-moving train to be able to keep up with everything which is changing.
Juris, thank you so much for sharing this great story. For the viewers, if you are interested in learning more from a technical perspective, I invite you to watch the technical episode with Roman and Mohammed. Thank you.